All right. Good afternoon, everyone. How's it going? This is Regular Roke here. Some exciting news finally. Thank God. That's why I really wanted to get this update out to you guys before the weekend. First things first, as usual. This is kind of financial advice. It's just for entertainment purposes. If you guys are liking the content that I'm providing, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button. It really helps out. Also, if you guys want 2 free stocks, you can check out the WeBull link in the bottom. 2 free stocks if you deposit. I think it's about 100 some bucks. Same thing for Robinhood. You get 1 free stock if you deposit some money. So let's jump right into it, right? So today was a great day, up 8%. Especially, it's still climbing. It's going to go up and down, especially in the after hours. Especially from where we started the week, which was we were, I think, well, what's the first day of the week? Well, I'm thinking about it like on from a week standpoint on Monday, right? So the 8th, right? Where was I in the 8th? I was at 64,000, went up a little bit, right? But then, we finished around 65,000, which is great, especially the week. I had a terrible week, as you can see these lows right here. All the life on the market got essentially sucked out between all the crypto news and all the cannabis stocks news. But I think it's starting to flow back in now that the cannabis stocks have kind of leveled out for the most part. They had a big run and, you know, they've leveled out, which is great. Now, what saved me today, right? Most of the stocks were green, as you can see here, but the only one that was the only two that were now were MP and Skills, and that's fine. Those are really long-term holds for me, so it's not a big deal. But what really saved the day is right here in CCIV. Now remember, this is the one that's supposed to, the SPAC that's supposed to merge with Lucid. So why did I have such a big run-up? The rumors continue to swirl, apparently, about this merger happening soon. I honestly, at this point, this is not financial advice, but I would be shocked if this doesn't happen, especially with these rumors. But then again, if you want to get in on this, just remember this: it's going to have a lot of volatility, especially if the rumor doesn't happen. If the rumor doesn't happen, it's going to go from 40 bucks down to 10, and I'm going to lose a ton of money, right? So it's a risk I'm going to take because if it does happen, which I think it will happen, you're going to see another 25 to 30% pop. This thing could hit 50 to 55, maybe even more. I mean, look how much it's running up just based on hype. And then for me, once again, this is a very long-term hold for me. For me, this is like my Tesla. I missed out on Tesla a long time ago because I wasn't even investing at this point. This is my Tesla. I think this stock at one point, with how great these cars are going to be, and the only real true Tesla competitor, I think this stock at one point could be a 10x for me. I'm talking years down the line, but even in the near future, if this merger happens, I could see the stock hit, you know, I would see it double like at one point this year, at the very minimum, if not get to 100. And you know how it works with these EV stocks right now. There's no like cap limit on how fast it can rise right now, right? It's not like it feels like it's not even part of the real world at this point. They don't follow the same rules. Um, okay, so why excuse me, why do I think that it ran up so much? And now it's starting to level off a little bit, which is expected, right? Look, the rumors are swirling that it's going to potentially happen. It's a 3-day weekend, so it's a longer weekend than usual. Remember, the market is closed on Monday, so people are getting the usual fear of missing out, right? Because if you're not in it right now and the news hits on Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, by the time you wake up on Monday for the pre or Tuesday for the pre-market, like it's going to be too late. You're going to want to hold off because there's going to be a lot of volatility at that point. It's going to have some big swings and people are going to take some profits, which is understandable because it's been climbing up like crazy. So if you're not in before the end of the day today, and once again, not financial advice, this is your money, so make sure you do your own due diligence, right? But if you're not in before the end of the day today, two things are going to happen. It it goes up on the weekend and you kind of miss out on Tuesday morning because it'll be too late, or it doesn't happen on the weekend and then you actually probably made a good move by not getting in today. Because if the news doesn't happen for the weekend, expect another pullback. That's the way the stock has been essentially working through the entire time. So you know, just to each his own. Just make sure you do your own due diligence. But overall, I'm pretty pumped. I think it's gonna happen. I'm excited. I honestly wish I even had more money in this, but I don't want to get too risky about it. But we're up already 40%. I think this can double up at one point. And once again, I'm just super excited about this. Okay, let's look at the other stocks right here real quick. So what else had a nice run up today? STPK, as you guys know, is one of my favorite stocks. I knew this was going to bounce back, right? I mean, the stock is too good for it not to bounce back. It was having a really good week. It was up to as much as 42, and now it's back up to 40. Remember, this is the merger that's gonna the SPAC is gonna merge with SEM. So I think it's one that's gonna, especially once the merger happens, which is supposed to happen, the vote date some point in Q1. They haven't announced it, but once that happens, this is another one's gonna rise. A lot of people have targets on this one of over like $100 or around $100. So I mean, once again, this is still very young, especially with the Biden administration. This is a great play right here. So let's look at one more. Okay, two more actually. Maybe three more. Okay, so what else moved today? This one here, AYRO. So if you guys follow that inside, one of the YouTubers I follow, especially honestly is where I get a lot of my picks. I do get a lot of my picks from a lot of YouTubers here and there, but I just collect what I think it's best, what makes sense for me, and then I put it in here. I do my own research, obviously, just to make sure that it can be confirmed. But you know, it's always good to, whenever you're thinking about a stock, that some of the other people are confirming as well. This one, there's some good news from the CEO today. I think it's one that's going to run up relatively quickly. Another EV stock. And once again, for EV stock, $9 and $10, this is like dirt cheap, man. If this thing starts to run, could this hit $20 in like a week or so? Who knows? Of course, especially with the way the EV stocks works. The other one is CPSH. Now this one I had at one point, and I was kind of dumb because I had it. It's up 24% today, which is great. I'm up 16%, so I didn't catch the full 24. But I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. This one I had a while ago. I had it when I was like $7 or $8. I sold what I bought. Then it had a big run up. I sold, took profits, and I'm really hitting myself over the head at this point because I should have just held it. It's a really good long-term play. They're gonna have a lot of different revenue streams, and this time, as much as if it continues to run up, I'm not gonna sell, and I'm actually gonna buy if there's dips. I want to get this market value that I have here. I want to be at around 14 and 15. That's usually my model for like the stocks that I really like. I want to usually have anywhere between 13 and 15K invested in it. And that's why my portfolio is not as huge as other folks as far as like having too many stocks. I like to keep it relatively simple. That being said, I feel like I'm being kind of hypocritical as I said that because I did add some stocks today. So I'll review them. I increased my shares within CR&T, Ceragon Networks. This is a 5G play. Had a nice run up today. We're up 4%, but this one's dirt cheap, and it's also owned by, invested in by ARK. So this is another one that could run relatively quickly if some good catalysts come out. Then the next one right here, I added SOS. So for those of you out there who want to get into crypto, but maybe don't want to buy crypto, and so I have crypto on my Coinbase account. But if you don't want to get to crypto, a lot of these crypto mining companies and network companies, they move as crypto moves, right? Probably a little bit higher. So there's one that you used to follow called Mara. Here, I'll show you guys what it's. Mara. And this one, actually, I remember watching this one when it was at around right here. I feel kind of foolish not buying it. But that being said, I didn't want to make the same mistake twice. And this one has had a big run up, so I didn't want to just buy it at this point. It could continue to go up, I'm sure, as crypto goes up. But this one is relatively cheap. Once again, it's going to move and flow as crypto moves. So if crypto has a really bad day, this one's not going to have a great day. If it has a really good day, this one's going to have a really good day. So I wanted to get in it. I didn't buy a whole lot, about 5,500. I might add some more shares later on, but I got into it really late today, so I'm only up 1%. I would assume that it might have some dips here and there, and I'll dollar cost average in and out. And then the last one I got, guys, this has always been one of my favorite stocks, just because I've had it from the beginning. I've made a lot of money on this one, and I've sold like it. I always feel like hindsight is 20/20, but I used to have this one when it was like around $2. Sold it at $7. Then I bought it. I've made more money than I lost on it, but I really wish I would have held it for a long time. I put in $2,000 just because I need more money at this point. I might increase my margin, or I might sell something, or I'm not sure, but I want to increase my position on Bionano. And that's primarily because there's a rumor spreading that ARK is going to add the stock to their genomic investment. And if they do add it, this will be huge. I mean, this stock will just start skyrocketing. This could be a $30 stock at one point this year, and that's doubling essentially from where it's at right now. So I want to buy more. I was waiting for like a really good dip throughout the day to get in, and then I said, screw it, I'm just gonna get in. I got in around, what was it, 1369, so right around here or so. But I was waiting for a bigger dip. I should have bought yesterday. I had a feeling that I wanted to get into it, but anyways, this is what I have right now. This is my portfolio as usual. Doge is having a nice day so far, which is great. That one's just for kind of just mess around. But this is my portfolio right now. Like I said, mostly green, not a lot of red. Had a big ending to the week, which made me really happy considering how bad